Hey guys, what's up? It's Kershaw, and I have another gameplay commentary for you. This is on the map Bakaara. Using the M16, I get a Moab, and I have three Moabs with this gun. So it became one of my favorite guns to use actually, just because nobody uses it. Let's be honest, nobody uses this gun because it's completely outclassed by every other gun in the game. Not just every other assault rifle, but pretty much every other gun in the game. The only thing that might be worse is the KSG and AA-12, just based on its absolute shortness of range on that gun. But back to the topic at hand. You see me picking up ballistic vests. I try to pick up ballistic vests constantly to give myself extra health. It's an extra 30% to your health, and that's probably what, like an extra 3 shots. I mean, an MK14 would chew through it in a shot or two, and you would still die very, very quickly. Sniper rifles take 2 shots with a ballistic vest on, so that helps. Now, with the M16, running specialist to get the Moab. You gotta play slower with this gun, and I stay on this side of the map, on the BDOM side, on the open street side, with double stair house, and just try to keep the enemy over on construction, like I'm doing right there. I'm shooting cross map, and that's what the M16's strength is its long range ability. Very accurate at range. I've even got quite a few one-shots with it, actually. I was probably host at the time, but regardless, it will one-burst people. They're not as often or frequent as the Type 95, but the M16 does have that one-burst ability. So, with the setup, I'm using sleight of hand, hardline, and stalker. Now, my first unlock is quick draw, and that's why I'm using hardline. You gotta get quick draw right away because this gun needs all the help it can get, and quick draw right away helps you get that ADS just immediate, that immediate ADS, and being able to, and having stalker and moving around the walls like I am right now. And then there's marksman as well. Marksman's my second unlock, and since this is a long range gun, you definitely want to have marksman to pick up people's names over their head like this. Like you'll see, I pick up 2, maybe 3 kills right there just because of their names. I can see their names, so therefore I just shoot at that, and it usually gets you a neck headshot. Now, stalker marksman is an excellent combination, I find, just because when you book around corners, already ADS'd, which is what you got to do with the M16. I strongly suggest that. If you're just gonna waltz around the corner and not ADS, you're gonna have a hard time. You're likely to get whooped by anything that comes up against you. And then, of course, scavenger is my third perk because I am using dual attachments on this gun. I'm using red dot and rapid fire. So the rapid fire makes you go through a lot of ammo very quickly. So that's why I use scavenger. Now, why I use 2 attachments is the iron sights on this gun. They're okay, but they're not the greatest. I find them they're kind of constricting. So slapping on that red dot, I found it really helped my sight, and I used a lot of attachments trying to get this weapon gold. I have it gold now, and I did not find a better combination than red dot rapid fire. The rapid fire is a necessity because the rate of fire on this gun is just so astronomically slow. Without it, you get a burst. It's nothing like a G11, or it's even slower than the M16 from Black Ops, for Christ's sake, and that thing fired pretty damn slow. Now, it would be a toss-up, I would think, but I would say that this M16 has a slower rate of fire than the one from Black Ops. It's probably a little bit stronger, but a little bit slower rate of fire. So that's why you use rapid fire. I tried it with silencer, I tried it with extended mags. nothing could compare to Red Dot and Rapid Fire. What else? This gun isn't exactly built for the smaller maps in the game, such as Hard Hat and Dome. Mission to some degree, which is actually becoming one of my least favorite maps, just because it's contained to the middle, whereas a map like Bakaara, this map, and Hard Hat, I really enjoy Hard Hat. It's a bigger version of Rust, don't you find? I mean, it's got this center structure, and then an entire perimeter game. And if you control the center, you control the map, and therefore you control the game. And it's just bigger. That's all there is to it. It's just a bigger version of Rust. That's what I compare it to. So with the M16, you want to use it on the bigger maps. You can use it on the smaller maps, but you're probably not going to be able to move around as much, because you're going to run into a lot of shotguns on the smaller maps with tighter corridors. There's the Moab right there. I'm not sure if I'll show the other Moabs. I got one on Fallen, and I can't remember the other map. I really can't remember the other map that I got one on. It doesn't really matter, but it dropped what? It dropped like 5 or 6 people with that Moab, so that was a good bomb right there. So keep picking people off. There's someone coming around the corner here, and you definitely want to have something as a good backup. Here I have Akimbo Scorpions because personally I prefer the Akimbo Scorpions over the Akimbo FMGs. The FMGs definitely have a higher rate of fire, but the Akimbo Scorpions, I find they have no kick whatsoever, and they have much longer range. When akimboed, you would be able to, if you've ever tried them, you'll know what I'm talking about. Give the Akimbo Scorpions a try, and try to long range somebody with them, and even if you don't have steady aim, with steady aim, it's incredible what they can do. Without, it's not as great, but it's still good. It's better than the FMG9s by far, so I suggest Akimbo Scorpions. Thank you for watching my gameplay commentary, and stay crispy.